We're here again for a peaceful message on opening night. They asked the Philadelphia Theater Company management to come to the table and take off their punitive proposals to replace workers strictly for joining a union. And we believe that it's our right to join a union, that workers should not be replaced for joining a union, that the workers that built this theater, from Plays and Players on Delancey Place, have the ability to have a contract without worrying about losing their job. And there's a bunch of these people right here, right now, that have been working for this theater for a long time and in the crowd. If I could have the Philadelphia Theater Company crew, can I have the crew? You guys come around, please. Anybody for the Philadelphia Company crew? The people that have been displaced by the strike breakers and scouts, if you can come up here. These people have been out here for 8 days, non-stop. They've manned this picket line in the cold, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the nighttime. They've asked the patrons to support them. And on behalf of them, I'd like to thank all of you for coming out. So I'll let you know, I'll let you get you introduced to these people so you get to know them. We've done this before, and I think it helps to know why we're here and who these people are. Let's let you start up, tell us who you are and what you do at the theater.
My name is Melissa Mann. I'm a stagehand here at the Philadelphia Theater Company, and I want to thank each of you for standing here by my side.
Thank you. My name is Stuart. I'm a ringer, I'm a carpenter, and I'm an electrician here at Suzanne Roberts Theater.
My name's Dan. I'm the audience here at Suzanne Roberts. Thank you very much, guys. We're going to get a contract. We're going to get it now.
My name's Terry Smith. I'm the production electrician here at Philadelphia Theater Company. I've been here for 12 years.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for being here and staying behind us.
My name's Yul Bergen. I'm an electrician and video technician here at the Philadelphia Theater Company. Thank you.
I'm Stosh Kaczynski. I've been with the Philadelphia Theater Company since 2005.
Hi, I'm Jacob Goddard. I'm a rigger and a carpenter here. This is my 9th season. I can't thank all of you nearly enough for coming out and supporting us. This means so much to all of us in the community.
I'm Mike Sean Cohen. I'm a carpenter and a rigger. And thank you guys. I know it's cold, but we're sticking together.
No, you're not alone, buddy. You're not alone.
I'm Andy Heath, and I make props. Thanks for coming out.
I'm Ellie Doherty. I'm an electrician here.
So again, we've got a bunch of activities scheduled for tonight that leads up to opening, which is 7 o'clock. If you weren't able to hear it in the back of the line, what we did is we downloaded on YouTube the speech that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave on the mountaintop. And we played that over the speaker on the way down Broad Street. And those words that were spoken in that speech are as true back then as they are today. I think it's indicative of the fact that we're out here fighting for the same economic issues, that that fight it's still going on. So we've been trying to get this message to the management nonstop for 8 days. We brought our friend down here, the Rat, and he's been hanging out with us all week, and in the cold and the rain, he just hangs in there. So, but that message just still isn't getting through. So what we did is, being theatrical people that we are, and having some skills that we do, we made up these cue cards for them. And what we're going to do is we're going to read these cue cards, and we're going to have somebody take one of these cue cards. You're going to stand right in front of that class, because obviously they haven't heard me on the microphone all week. So can you bring those cue cards up? And the first one we're going to ask you is that the theater company in here, that Sharon and Sarah, that they preserve the legacy of the Philadelphia Theater Company's extraordinary legacy, and it's being eroded from above. That the management's eroding it from above. So I get some stagehand to take this card up here and stand in front of the class and show it to those people inside. And that is the truth. This whole deal is being eroded from the people above, and they got to know that that's not right. Secondly, we want equality. Do you know that the actors, designers, directors, musicians, and regularly employed people at the Philadelphia Theater Company enjoy union representation? Yes, that is right. That the actors, designers, the directors, and the musicians all have union contracts. Why the hell can't the stagehands have a contract? Second class citizens. We're as big of honest as anybody. Give us some We have programmers and designers and audio programmers and electrical board, moving board operators that bring skill sets that are the highest level. Why no contract? Send it up there. Well, what do we got next here? What we want. This is good for them to know. And you'll just listen to this, because it's not what we typically ask for in contracts. We've taken into consideration what the people from the crew asked us to do without hurting the theater, and we put on the table an economic proposal that should not and will not have any dramatic impact on the operations of this theater. So what are we down to? We want safe working conditions to be maintained. Not too much to ask by anybody. We are asking for contributions to the health and welfare, just like the administrative employees and the other covered employees in here. Why shouldn't stagehands be treated the same? And we're asking for a modest wage increase after years of wage freezes. And when I say modest, that's kind of being generous. I mean, right now we're talking and asking 25-cent raises just to get back in the building, and we're still out here on the street. That ain't right. Give me somebody to put this up in the window so they can see what we're talking about. Get it up there! Get it up there! So there were the details, but in basic language that we all know, we're going to ask a question that everybody knows the answer. And that is, what do we want? Contract! And when do we want it? Now! What do we want? Contract! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Contract! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Contract! When do we want it? Now! What we're going to do next is, we're going to put the tape on of Dr. Martin Luther King's speech at the mountaintop. We're going to stay calm, we're going to stay peaceful. We're going to wait until the crowd gets here for the 7 o'clock show. Remember, when they get here, it's important that we win their hearts, we win their minds. We want them to carry our message into the managers of what we're putting up on the glass. We want them to be our advocates. The crew members have written their own personal stories about their experience in the theater that are going to be handed out to the people as they come in. We're going to hand out a pamphlet to each one of the patrons that come in here to demand a reimbursement of their money for a couple reasons. Number one, because this company, who is proudly producing and promoting a message that Dr. Martin Luther King gave for striking workers, is putting that show on while striking workers are out on the pavement. That's just outright wrong. Secondly, besides that message is, they did this show without stagehands, so the lights and the sound and the scenery aren't complete. They're basically doing a stage reading under work light rehearsals, and they're charging full price. So we told people if they need a refund, they should get a refund, fill out the paperwork, and give us that card, and we'll put that card in the laps of the managers, because they're charging full price for a show that doesn't have the lights, scenery, or sound that the technicians, the professional technicians, would have installed had they not gone on strike. And had this management been able to find one single strike breaker or scab to replace us in the city of Philadelphia, they would have done it. The good thing is, the good news is, this community rallied behind this union. There ain't a union person didn't back us up. There's not a non-union technician that crossed us line. And I will look in the camera and say thank you to every single one of those technicians for not crossing our line.